Hi guys, welcome back to the Ape Renewables YouTube channel. I'm with Craig here today.
Hello.
And today we'll be going over some myth-busting thoughts that people have on solar panels. So one of the biggest myths, solar panels don't work, in non-sunny days.
Solar generation is affected by the weather, but the panels actually operate off of daylight as opposed to direct sunlight, which is a misconception. A lot of people think you need bright sunny days to generate. Now don't get me wrong, in the winter months when you've got lesser daylight hours and the sun's lower, you do see quite a substantial drop in generation as opposed to the peak month, which is generally always June, because we've got the longer days, the sun's at its highest peak. But on the flip side to that, if people have got battery storage, in those winter months where the solar generation isn't meeting the requirements or the load of the home, if you're on an overnight or time of use tariff, that's when you want to be setting your battery to charge directly from the grid when your electricity prices are at the cheapest, and then discharge it when they're the most expensive.
Myth number 2, solar panels are dead expensive.
No, at the minute solar panels are as cheap as they've ever been. I know when I started in this industry in 2009, I remember people paying £25,000 for a solar installation, whereas now you can get solar with a battery anywhere probably between 6,000 and 8,000. Another thing is at this time of year, obviously we're in February, we're still technically in the winter months. What happens at this moment in time, because the demand for solar is at its lowest, manufacturers and suppliers drop their prices, which means that companies such as us can pick up the components cheaper, pass that saving on to the client, so they're paying a lower price now than what they will be in the summer. And also, getting it fitted now means that you're ready for the peak summer generating months.
Okay, myth number 3, solar panels are really hard to install. It's going to cause a lot of inconvenience to when it's getting installed in somebody's home. Is that
No.
true?
I mean, your standard installation, it's a one-day job between one roofer and one electrician. Generally arrive between 8 and 10 in the morning, and then they're finished by the evening. So it's one day in and out. Obviously, larger commercial installations that we deal with may span 3 to 5 days. It all depends on the scale. For a domestic install, you're looking at a day.
Okay, so then another myth that comes with, often with the hard to installs, that once you've then got the solar panels, it's then loads of maintenance.
So the thing with solar panels is there's no moving parts within the panels. They come with a 25-year product warranty and a 30-year performance warranty. One issue that you can have is birds, pigeons especially, nesting under the panels or sheltering from the elements. They can get access to the cables, junction boxes, MC4 connectors, at which point they can potentially cause damage. But we fit that bird guard with every install as standard. But in terms of maintenance, there really is none required. Some people might get the panels cleaned by a window cleaner every now and then if they've got a telescopic pole.
So a lot of people think, okay, it's great having solar panels, but it's going to take absolutely ages for it to pay back. Is that completely true or half true?
So right, it can be true. It all depends on the electricity consumption of the individual. So people are extremely low users of electricity. They're going to see a longer payback time than people that are high users, with, hot tubs, swimming pools, electric underfloor heating,
EV cars,
electric vehicle chargers. The average repayment time that we're currently seeing when we're quoting clients is between the 6 to 8 year mark. Now, people are extremely high users. A lot of commercial premises, when I put these project reports together, they'll recoup the money back within 4. I did one recently, it's going to get the money back in 2. Because they're heavy users.
So a lot of people say that you need a perfect south-facing roof.
A directly south-facing roof is the perfect orientation.
Okay.
That will give you the greatest generation because the sun rises in the east, sets in the west rather, and tracks around the south. So with people who've got east-west facing roofs, it tends to be a case of splitting the system over the two. The sun will rise on one side, track round to the south, and then set on the other, so you get an even generation throughout the day. Again, you're correct in saying south is perfect, but east-west, not just as good return, but it's not too far for south.
Yeah. What about north?
So a north-facing roof will probably generate roughly 50% of what a south-facing roof will. So it will still generate, but when you start looking at it from a financial investment point of view, it's not something that we tend to recommend.
Okay, another myth is that solar panels are way too complicated to understand, but I know, speaking from someone who's fairly new to the renewable energy sector, that's not quite true. Can you explain why that is?
With every system now that we fit, we install Give Energy, we install Tesla, we install Fox, amongst others.
Handshoe as well.
Handshoe, don't forget about Handshoe. We always install on the day of the system's installation an app onto people's smartphones, tablet, desktop devices linked to that specific inverter. So whether it's Handshoe, Tesla, Give Energy, Fox, And through that, the client can see exactly what the solar system's generating, what they're consuming within the property, what they're storing in the battery, and what they're exporting back to the grid. And it's through that app as well that we can set the grid charging for you if you currently benefit from a time of use tariff. If you don't have one already, but you're looking at moving over to one in the future, we'll show you how to do it, and you can just always call us as and when, and we'll assist you over the phone with it.
And even an old fossil like you, they can understand it, then anybody can.
Anyone.
A lot of people are worried that if they put solar panels on, and then in the future down the line, if they either want to downsize or upsize in the house, when they come to sell the property, it lowers the value.
You can never say to anyone it'll definitely increase the value of the property. I certainly wouldn't say that it'd lower it. But, I mean, again, I work on the phone and going out to people's houses. I'd never say to someone, look, you install this, it will definitely increase your property value.
Thank you very much, Craig. Much appreciated. If you have any questions or any other myths that you may have that we've not kind of put in this list, pop them in the comments below. Old Fossil here can answer them for you. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, Craig.
No problem.